Morning, dear students. Today I will start chapter 5, continuity and differentiability. Let us start with the definition of continuity. Let us start the chapter continuity and let me write its definition. A function f(x) is said to be continuous at a point x equal to a if limit x tends to a minus fx. This is called left hand limit of fx at x equal to a is equal to limit x tends to a plus fx is equal to f of a. A function f(x) will be continuous at a point x equal to a if left hand limit at x equal to a equal to right hand limit at x equal to a and equal to the functional value of f at x equal to a. That is if. Now we know, we got in class 11, if left hand limit and right hand limit of a function at a point are equal, then we write the common value as this: limit x tends to a fx equal to fa. These two are same definition. A function fx will be continuous at a point x equal to a if left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to functional value, or if limiting value at x equal to a is equal to functional value. In some questions we will use this form of the formula, and in some other questions we will use this form of the formula. Okay, now what does continuity mean? If we consider the function, suppose fx equal to x square minus 9 by x minus 3. Suppose this is a given function fx equal to x square. This function equal to, we can write x plus 3, cancelling x minus 3, and we can cancel x minus 3 if they are non-zero. Okay, so if x is not equal to 3, then x minus 3 will be non-zero quantities and you can cancel. And if x is equal to 3, at x equal to 3, this function is undefined. Okay, so we can write given function in this way. Now if we draw the graph of the function, the graph of the function will be like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now you can see this function, the graph of this in this function at x equal to 3, the fx is undefined, not defined. The value of the function does not exist. So there is a break in the graph. So we say fx is discontinuous, not continuous. So by continuity, we mean if a function is continuous at x equal to a, that means at x equal to a, the graph has no break. If it is continuous at x equal to a, that means at x equal to a, the function has no break. Here at x equal to 3, the function is not continuous, so there is a break. Okay, so by continuity we check whether a particular function, if we draw the graph of that particular function, at that particular function, whether the graph is whether there is a break in the graph or not. Like this, say at x equal to a, the graph of a function is like this, that is, there is no break in the curve. We say at x equal to a, the function is continuous as there is no break in the curve. Okay, suppose the graph of a function is like this, like this. We say at x equal to a, there is a break in the curve, so fx is not continuous. If we consider this as graph of y equal to fx, here fx is continuous at x equal to a, here fx is not continuous at x equal to a. So that's why we will use continuity to check whether a given function is continuous at a particular point or not, whether there is a break in the curve or not. Here I have taken two simple examples. Test the continuity of the function fx at the indicated points. I have taken two functions. First function is fx equal to this when x lies between 0 and 1, x equal to 1 and more than 0, and fx equal to this when x lies between 1 and 2, x more than 1, less than 2. Second function is fx equal to sin 3x by x when x not equal to 0, and 1 when x equal to 0 at x equal to 0. We have to test the continuity of this function at x equal to 1. We have to test continuity of this function at x equal to 0. We have to check. Now, this form, you see fx equal to 5x minus form when x is less than 1, x more than 1. This is called split form of a function, split form, less than, more than, less than, more than. When a function is given in this form, split form, we apply this form of the formula to check the continuity, left hand limit, right hand limit, and functional value. So when a function is given in split form, we use the first form of the formula, and when a function is given in this form, equal to, not equal to, not equal to, equal to, in this form, we use the second formula, just limiting value and functional value we find, and we check whether they are equal or not. Okay, first form of the formula, both are same, but we say this is the first form of the formula and this is second form of the formula. This is split form, we use first form in split form, and we use this equal to, not equal to, we use the second form of the formula. For this function, we have to test the continuity at x equal to 1, and this is in split form, so we will use the first form of the formula. We have to test the continuity at x equal to 1. So left hand limit at x equal to 1, limit x tends to 1 minus fx. X tends to 1 minus means x is less than 1, and when x is less than 1, value of fx is 5x minus 4. Putting x equal to 1, we get left hand limit equal to this. Here I am writing right hand limit. Right hand limit equal to limit x tends to 1 plus fx. X tends to 1 plus means x is more than 1, and when x is greater than 1, fx equal to 4x cube minus 3x, and putting x equal to 1, whatever it may be, 1 minus or 1 plus, we will put x equal to 1 to get the value. We will put x equal to 1 to get the value. If we put x equal to 1, this will be 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, and we have to also find f of 1, the functional value at x equal to 1. F of 1, when x is equal to 1, to find f of 1, you have to put x equal to 1 here in this relation. X equal to 1 is given here. So f of 1 will be 5 into 1 minus 4. It will be 5 into 1 minus 4, which is equal to 1. So left hand limit, right hand limit, and functional value, all the three are equal to 1, and therefore we say fx is continuous at x equal to 1. Now our next question is to test the continuity of the function at x equal to 0, whether this function is continuous or not. Now you can see this, the form of the function is equal to, not equal to. This is not given in split form, equal to, not equal to. So we will use the second form of the formula. We will find the limiting value. As we have to test the continuity at x equal to 0, we will write in this way, limit x tends to 0. As we have to find at x equal to 0, limit x tends to 0 fx. Limit x tends to 0, X tends to 0 means x is very near to 0, almost 0 but not equal to 0. X tends to 0 means x is not equal to 0. When x is not equal to 0, value of the function is sine 3x by x. In class 11 we got this formula, limit x tends to 0, sine of x by x equal to 1. So applying this sine 3x by x, we'll write in this way, limit x tends to 0, sine of 3x by 3x, as it is 3x sine x by x, x by x, when x tends to 0, 3x by 3x. To adjust you have to multiply by 3. X tends to 0 means 3x tends to 0. If we multiply both the sides by 3, we'll get 3x tends to 0. So sine 3x, 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 its value will be 3 into 1. Sine 3x by 3x is 1. So this is equal to 3. This is our limiting value at x equal to 0. We have to test the continuity at x equal to 0. So limit x tends to 0 is 3. And the value of the function at x equal to 0, f of 0, when x equal to 0, value of the function is 1. It is given f of 0 equal to 1. So you can see the limiting value and functional value are not equal, and therefore fx is not continuous at x equal to 0. Let us take another question. Find the relationship between a and b so that the function f defined by fx equal to this and this is continuous at x equal to 3. Again you can see this is given the split form, more than less than form, x less than equal to 3, x more than 3. This is split form. We will use the first form of the formula. Now we know by definition, if the function fx will be continuous at x equal to 3, fx will be continuous at x equal to 3 if limit x tends to 3 minus fx equal to limit x tends to 3 plus fx equal to f of 3. This is definition of continuity at x equal to 3. This is given in split form. So left hand limit, right hand limit, and value of the function. If these three are equal, the function will be continuous. That is, limit x tends to 3 minus, x tends to 3 minus means x is less than 3. And when x is less than 3, value of the function is ax plus 1. X tends to 3 plus means x is greater than 3. When x is greater than 3, fx equal to bx plus 3. When x more than 3, fx will be bx plus 3. So x tends to 3 plus means x is more than 3, value of fx will be bx plus 3. And what is f of 3? The value of the function at x equal to 3, f of 3 will be a into 3 plus 1. It will be 3a plus 1. That is, if we put x tends to 3 minus, to find the value you have to put 3 only. A into 3, 3a plus 1 equal to 3b plus 3 equal to 3a plus 1. Comparing 3a plus 1 equal to 3b plus 3, as these two are equal, and from this we will get 3a minus 3b equal to 2. That is, a minus b equal to 2 by 3, which is the required relation. This question is similar to last question. Find the value or values of k for which the function f is continuous at the indicated point. Fx equal to kx square if x is less than equal to 2, 3 if x is greater than 2, at x equal to 2. That means this function fx is continuous at x equal to 2 to find the value of k. Again you can see the form of the function is less than more than type. So we'll use the first form of the formula. We'll write in this way, fx will be continuous at x equal to 2, at x equal to 2, if limit, as this is in the split form, x tends to 2 minus fx equal to limit x tends to 2 plus fx is equal to f of 2. This is definition of continuity. Now limit, that is limit x tends to 2 minus means x is less than 2. 2 minus x is less than 2. When x is less than 2, fx equal to kx square. Fx equal to kx square. Limit x tends to 2 plus means x is more than 2. When x is more than 2, fx equal to 3. So fx equal to 3, and f of 2 equal to 2. For f of 2 equal to find f2 we have to put 2 here, as equal to sign is here, we have to put x equal to 2 here. It will be k into 2 square, that is 4 into k. That is, now if we put x equal to 2, this will become 4k. Is a constant, its value will remain 3, equal to 4k. That is k, 4k equal to 3 means k equal to 3 by 4. Okay, and this way you have to use the definition of continuity. Now in this question, fx equal to k cos x by pi minus 2x if x is not equal to pi by 2, and fx equal to 3 if x equal to pi by 2. Given this function is continuous at x equal to pi by 2, to find the value of k. Fx equal to this is continuous at x equal to pi by 2, to find k. Here you can see the function is of the form equal to, not equal to. This is not in the split form. We will use the second form of the definition. We will write in this way: fx will be continuous. Fx will be continuous at x equal to pi by 2 if limit x tends to pi by 2 fx is equal to f of pi by 2. That is, if x tends to pi by 2 means x is not equal to pi by 2. X is very near to pi by 2, x is almost equal to pi by 2, but x is not equal to pi by 2. So when x not equal to pi by 2, fx is k cos x by pi minus 2x, and when x equal to pi by 2, fx equal to 3, that is f of pi by 2 equal to 3. Now we have to find the value of this limit, that is, if let us take k is a constant, we can take k out of the limit sign, k into limit. We can take 2 common in denominator. We can take 2 common. So taking, if we take 2 common, this will become pi by 2 minus x. 2 we can write as it is constant, we can write outside the limit sign. Limit x tends to pi by 2. I have taken 2 common from denominator, k outside the limit sign. Cos x equal to, we can write in this way, sin pi by 2 minus x equal to 3. That is, if k by 2 into limit x tends to pi by 2, so pi by 2 minus x. When x tends to pi by 2, when x is almost pi by 2, pi by 2 minus x will tend to 0. So sine of pi by 2 minus x by pi by 2 minus x equal to 3. Now you can see this is of the form sin x by x when x tends to 0. Pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x. So value of this will be 1. So that is, if k by 2 into 1 is equal to 3 and k equal to 6. These are simple but important questions for board exam. This question is from CBSE board exam paper. Given this function fx equal to 3ax plus b when x more than 1, 11 when x equal to 1, and 5ax minus 2b when x less than 1 is continuous at x equal to 1. Find the values of a and b. This is of the form more than, less than, x more than, less than 1. This is in split form. So using the definition of continuity at x equal to 1, apply using the first form, fx will be continuous at x equal to 1 if limit x tends to 1 minus of fx, left hand limit at x equal to 1 equal to right hand limit at x equal to 1 equal to f of 1. That is, if x tends to 1 minus means x is less than 1. When x is less than 1, you can see value of fx is 5ax minus 2b. Limit x tends to 1 plus means x tends to 1 plus means x is more than 1. X tends to 1 plus. When x is more than 1, fx equal to 3ax plus b. And when x equal to 1, value of fx is 11. That is f of 1 equal to 11. This is equal to 11. That is, if we put x equal to 1, we will get 5a minus 2b. If we put x equal to 1 here, we will get 3a plus b. This is left hand limit, this is right hand limit, equal to 11. Therefore, or you can write that is, if 5a minus 2b equal to 11, 3a plus b equal to 11. Now we have to solve for a and b. So from this relation, b equal to 1 minus 3a, putting b equal to 1 minus 3a in this relation, we get 5a plus 6a. 5a plus 6a. Equal to 13. So a equal to 13 by 11. If I am not wrong, you can please check the calculation. B equal to 1 minus 39 by 11, and this will be B equal to 11 minus 39 minus 28 by 11. Let me check once again. You can see I have written wrongly 1 here. It should be 11. So it is 11 minus 3a. So you have to put b equal to 11 minus 3a. It is 5a plus 6a, 11a equal to 11 plus 22. This is 33. So 33 by 11, a equal to 3. And when a equal to 3, b equal to 2. So a equal to 3, b equal to 2. You have to be careful, very, very careful, so that there is no silly mistakes. Okay. So if a equal to 3, b equal to 2, then this function will be continuous at x equal to 1. This is another question from CBSE board exam paper. Given fx equal to 1 minus cos 4x by x square if x less than 0, a if x equal to 0, and root x divided by root 16 plus root x minus 4 if x greater than 0 is continuous at x equal to 0, find a. If this function is continuous at x equal to 0, find the value of a. As this is given in the form left hand less than more than type, what we will do, we will separately find left hand limit, right hand limit at x equal to 0. Okay, and then we will equate. So we have to, given this function is continuous at x equal to 0, so let us first find left hand limit at x equal to 0. Left hand limit at x equal to 0, because you have to test the continuity at x equal to 0. So left hand limit at x equal to 0 is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus fx. X tends to 0 minus means x is less than 0. So limit x tends to 0 minus fx will be, you see, 1 minus cos 4x by x square. We know 1 minus cos 2x equal to 2 sin square x. Using this, 1 minus cos 4x will be 2 sin square 2x by x. 1 minus cos 4x, angle will be 2 of x, 2x x, 4x 2x. Limit x tends to 0 minus 2 is constant, we can write this outside the limit sign, 2 into limit x tends to 0 minus sin square 2x. You can see the given function is 1 minus cos 4x by x square, so you have to write x square here, x square. Okay, sin square 2x equal to, we can write sin 2x into sin 2x. X square equal to, we can write x into x, so it becomes sin square 2x by x square. As the angle is 2x, we have to make it 2x, and to adjust we have to write 2 here, 2 in the numerator. Similarly, again we have to bring 2 here, to adjust we have to multiply this by 2, and to adjust again we have to multiply this by 2, numerator also by 2. So you can see we have written 4 here, 2 into 2, 4 extra I have written here, and to adjust we have to write 4 into 2, 4 into 2, 2 into 2 4, and this 4 will get cancelled. 4 into 2 is 8. Limit x tends to 0 minus sin 2x by 2x. Limit x tends to 0 minus sin 2x by 2x. Value of this is 1, value of this is 1, as sin 2x by 2x when 2x tends to 0. So 8 into 1 into 1, ultimately its value is 8. So this is our left hand limit at x equal to 0. Next, let us find the right hand limit. Right hand limit at x equal to 0. Limit x tends to 0 plus fx. What is x tends to 0 plus? X tends to 0 plus means x is more than 0. When x is more than 0, value of fx is this, root x by root x divided by root over 16 plus root x minus 4. To find this limit, we have to rationalize. We have to multiply numerator and denominator by this root over 16 plus root x plus 4. This will be 16 plus root x minus of 16. If you rationalize, root over sign will be removed. It will be 16 plus root x minus 16. 16 and 16 will get cancelled. Root x will get cancelled. So it will be limit x tends to 0 plus 16 plus root x plus 4. If we put x equal to 0, its value will be root over 16, that is 4 plus 4 equal to 8. Okay, so this is the right hand limit of the function 8. Next, we have to find f of 0. Again, f of 0. The value of the function at x equal to 0. When x equal to 0, value of function is a. That is, f of 0 is equal to a. F of 0 equal to a. Now you can see the left hand limit is 8. The right hand limit is also 8. And the value of the function is a. So we can write the conclusion in this way. The function will be continuous at x equal to 0 if left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f of 0. This is 8. That is, if is 8, right hand limit is 8, f of 0 is a. So if a equal to 8, that is if a equal to 8. Our next question is from NCERT book. The question is, show that fx equal to x minus greatest integer function x, box of x, is discontinuous at all integral points where box of x is greatest integer less than or equal to x. We know how to find greatest integer value of a greatest integer function. Box of any integer, say 5, is that integer 5. Box of 7.5 equal to the integer which is just less than this, that is 7. Box of minus of 2.5 equal to the integer which is just less than this, so which is minus of 3, just less than that. So in this way we calculate the greatest integer function. Here we have to show this function is discontinuous at all integral points, that is at x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2. This is discontinuous. Let us take any arbitrary integer. Let x equal to a be any integer, or let a be any integer. Let a be any integer. Let us find the left hand limit. Let us find left hand limit at this point, x equal to a. What is a? A is an arbitrary integer. It may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 5, it may be 10. So at x equal to a, let us find a left hand limit. Limit x tends to a minus f of x. You can see the value of f of x is this. So limit x tends to a minus f of x is x minus box of x. Now you think in this way. Box of x. Box of x means the greatest integer function. X tends to a minus. X tends to a minus means x is just less than 1. I am taking one example. Suppose the limit x tends to 3 minus box of x. What is the value of this? X tends to 3 minus. Now x tends to 3 minus means x is less than 3. Although it is negligible, but x is just less than 3. X is almost equal to 3, but it is slightly less than 3. And box of a number which is less than 3 is 2. So you can see x tends to 3 minus, its box will be 3 minus 1, that is 2. Using this result, x tends to a minus, so we put x almost equal to a, so let us put x equal to a, but value of this box of a number which is just less than a. Box of a number a minus means value of x is just less than a. Its value will be a minus 1. A minus means x is just less than 1 and its box will be a minus 1. 1 less than a. Like this. 1 less than 3. 2. So it is 1. Let us find right hand limit. Limit x tends to a plus fx. Limit x tends to a plus means x is just greater than a. Now if you put x equal to a plus x is almost a, let me put x equal to a. And here if we put x tends to a plus means x is just greater than a, just greater than a. Like you can see, let us take an example. X tends to 3 plus fx, 3 plus box of x. X tends to 3 plus means x is just greater than 3, 3.001, its box will be 3 only. Similarly, x is just greater than a, its box will be a only. So a minus a is equal to 0. You can see the left hand limit is 1, the right hand limit is 0. Therefore fx is not continuous at x equal to a, and x a is an arbitrary integer and therefore not continuous at any integral point. This question is again from NCERT book. This is a simple question but tricky question. The question is, for what value of lambda is the function defined by fx equal to this when x less than equal to 0 and this when x more than 0 continuous at x equal to 0? For what value of lambda this function will be continuous at x equal to 0? What about continuity at x equal to 1? That means for what value of lambda this will be continuous at x equal to 1. This type of question we have already done. We have this type of questions. Let me do again. Let us use the definition less than 0 more than 0. So let me write in this way: the function fx will be continuous at x equal to 0 if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to the functional value. If these three are equal, the function will be continuous at x equal to 0. That is, if limit x tends to 0 minus x tends to 0 minus x is less than 0, fx equal to lambda into x square minus 2x. Limit x tends to 0 plus means x is more than 0. X tends to 0 plus x is more than 0. Fx will be 4x plus 1. And f of 0, x equal to 0 is here. So f of 0 will be lambda into 0 minus 0, which is 0. If we put x equal to 0, its value will be 0. That is, if we put x equal to 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, lambda into 0 is 0. So left hand limit is 0. If we put x equal to 0, right hand limit will be 1 equal to 0. So you can see the function fx will be continuous at x equal to 0 if 0 equal to 1. Now 0 equal to 1 is impossible, it's not possible, which is absurd, which is not possible, which is impossible. That means fx cannot be continuous at x equal to 0. Fx is not continuous equal to 0 as its left hand right hand are not equal. So what will be our conclusion? Therefore, for no value of lambda, fx will be continuous at x equal to 0. For no value of lambda, fx will be continuous at x equal to 0. Let us test the continuity at x equal to 1. Let me write in this way. Again, fx will be continuous at x equal to 1 if limit x tends to 1 minus fx equal to limit x tends to 1 plus fx equal to f of 1. This is definition of continuity at x equal to 1. Okay. Now let me draw the number line here, 0 and 1. Now x tends to 1 minus, you see x tends to 1 minus, that means x is approaching 1 from the left hand side, but x is very near to 1, x will be here. X tends to 1 minus means x is approaching 1 from the left hand side and x is almost equal to 1. In this position, x is greater than 0. You can see x is greater than 0. And when x is greater than 0, the value of the function is 4x plus 1. Okay. So we have to write in this way: limit x tends to 1 minus, value of fx will be 4x plus 1. Next, limit x tends to 1 plus, x tends to 1 plus means x is greater than 1 and is very near to 1. That is, x is almost here, x is approaching 1 from the right hand side and x is almost equal to 1, x is here only. Now here clearly here x is again greater than 0, and when x is greater than 0, value of fx is 4x plus 1. You can see when x is greater than 0, value of fx is 4x plus 1. And what is f of 1? For if x is greater than 0, 1 is clearly greater than 0, so f of 1 will be 4 into 1 plus 1. So f of 1 is equal to 5. Now you put x equal to 1 here, it will be 4 into 1 plus 1. 5, this will be 5, this will be 5. So fx will be continuous at x equal to 1 if left hand limit, right hand limit functional value are equal. And what we get, left hand, right hand and functional value all are equal to 1. That means fx is continuous at x equal to 1. Therefore fx will be continuous at x equal to 1 for all value of lambda. For all value of lambda, that is, it does not depend on lambda. Whatever be the value of lambda, left hand limit will be 5, right hand limit will be 5, functional value will be 5. So for any value of lambda, the function will be continuous. So this is the definition, and I solved some questions based on that. In next class I will do some more questions. I will explain some more theory and I will do some more questions. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.